Hi, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. GG.Bet Invitational. We got the playoff match, our semifinal matchup, NIP versus Alliance. Winner goes to the finals. A loser is done. $50,000 prize pool ultimately on the line. I'm BreakyCPK joined by DeMoN once again. We got game 2. NIP up 1-0, and yet we're noticing the draft here so far. Not any picks, but still the ban's worth talking about. The second ban of Broodmother from NIP. So they do not want to deal with the Brood, even despite them doing so well against it the previous game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like they don't really want to draft around playing this Brood. It just changes the game aspect quite a bit, similar to like how a drow lineup works. You just have to change things up a little bit too much here. They just want to play like a normal, typical game of Dota here. Peter actually using a lot of time debating on what kind of route he really wants to go here, because the Chen and Earth Spirit are still open in the pool.
True.
First pick is Alliance, right?
It will be Alliance, yeah.
Yeah, so Alliance does have the first pick here.
How about Alliance's bans, too, though? Not only the Drow, but the Magnus and now a Crystal Maiden, even.
Well, they banned the Mag in case, because I assume that's what happened. They banned Mag so they can pick up the Brood.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know, we always talked about this BKB piercing to control the Brood in team fights.
Yep.
Unless you're Nip and you just pick an Ogre and Monkey, and you're just this monkey just chasing
this
Broodmother around.
More so even Tidehunter on top of that. Yeah, it's just a unique draft, but drafted well against what they were up against.
So Ogre, Earth Spirit, and Chen. Ogre is probably going to be a priority for Nip. You know, Peter is playing back home in the U.S. He has some sort of small latency issue. So you know, playing Ogre is the most one of the easier heroes to play. I always think about that. You know, when you're playing with a little bit delay, you know, what hero's easiest?
Oh, yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
That's crazy spellcasting.
So you're mentioning that. Apparently, I guess he's in Texas right now, which is where he does play from more recently, of course, with Optic last year especially.
Radiant team pick.
I'm going to open with a Mirana here, but yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see the Ogre as well.
Same openers, I think, from the last game? I think it was Ogre.
No.
No? Monkey.
It was Ogre and Monkey, I want to say. And then Mirana came third.
Interesting.
But then there's the Earth Spirit for Alliance.
Yeah.
So they do get the Taiga, Earth Spirit. Part of me was wondering if they didn't pick Earth Spirit, were we going to maybe see NIP even do it as almost a takeaway, but I know Saksa has history playing it. So, but
this Earth Spirit versus Mirana, he does pretty well, just like as long as Earth Spirit's capable of getting his levels. But I mean, even back in the old days, you know, a few patches before when both Ogre and Earth Spirit were picked, or when Earth Spirit was like a popular pick, Ogre was like the general like kind of go-to because you don't do anything to this hero. You know, like Ogre will just tank the rolling boulder and he'll just man fight you the whole time, just club you to death. And Ogre, obviously a more stronger lane secure. Earth Spirit, he just kind of needs he needs to get level 2 or up to level 3 to actually really pressure. But you do have kill potential with the Winter Wyvern already. Generally, you would want another core or another core from mid, safe lane, or off lane to have some sort of kill potential and synergize with this Earth Spirit. Otherwise, he's just going to be running around, rolling on you and honestly doing nothing.
all right.
But I'm sure, like Alliances, they have some sort of good strategy. I mean, like I said, it's one of his favorite heroes, their favorite heroes too, go-to heroes.
It's Taiga's specialty for sure. It was either that or the Chen at this point, it seemed like, and they will take the Earth Spirit in the end.
They've had a respect ban for quite some time now too, right?
It has been, yeah.
They've won multiple qualifiers at that.
Well, there was like, he played it like 5 or 6 games in a row, I want to say.
Yeah.
Back with the We Play event that happened early in the week. You're looking at that right there, yeah. So he has gotten a lot, but then like there are periods where people are reminding, okay, well maybe we should ban it against him. But getting it here, it's not that Broodmother Koikva impact by any means, but it is still something to fear.
It's kind of interesting about this Winter Wyvern. I'm trying to understand why Alliance is like prioritizing him quite a bit. I know he's a good hero, he's a strong hero, he's kind of made it back into this meta somewhat, but I'm trying to understand why like the first pick though, you know, when there's like all these other openings that they could have done, even including Mirana, Ogre, or Spirit.
Yeah. It deters a couple of heroes, things like a Drow, which they banned, but Phantom Lancer comes to mind maybe, so it's not...
You don't have to break too much into it.
Yeah.
We'll
try and
understand a little bit more as the game progresses.
That was a lot of reserve time used, by the way, by NIP. Down to 36 seconds,
5
then they ban
seconds
ABBA.
remaining.
Abaddon. After the Leshrac ban came out from Alliance, we saw Saksa play the Leshrac yesterday in that 4 position.
Abaddon, man, huh?
Yeah, the boxy ABBA.
Strong hero here. Let's see what they gonna go for next.
NIP does have that 3rd pick first. Alliance, what heroes are they going to ban? The Saksa hero, maybe. I mean, again, we already see the Leshrac coming out. We had Crystal Maiden was played by Saksa last game, so I don't know if there's enough. There still is Chen. I don't know if that'd be good against Alliance right now, but because of the Wyvern, maybe not.
Yeah, and that's why Nip kind of opted for it last game, maybe because CM does okay versus Chen. You know, just controlling him with the frostbites, chasing him around. They were pre-planning it, but Alliance didn't even go for the Chen,
Radiant
so
team
they're
ban.
choosing a whole different route this game. I like the ban. Phoenix was a good ban here. There's not a lot of heroes left that can really... I mean, there's the Troll, I guess, but Ogre Marana, like I said, is just really good versus Phoenix generally. It's going to be good versus Alliance. Let's see.
10 seconds
See what
remaining.
kind of route.
Mickey or Quakefa specialties that are coming to mind, but
5 seconds remaining.
they already took out one of Boxy's heroes in ABBA. Brewmaster, I know he likes to play quite a bit too, and so if they want to keep going that route, but
Yeah. Let's see. What are they gonna? Does the 0-0 show like they don't have any more time on Nip?
I mean, NIP only has 17 seconds now. Like
That's it, right?
This is it, yeah.
He's actually-
They're used. That's what I was saying. They're using all this reserve time for these bans.
Maybe he's on a business call or something with Peter, and he's just like drafting at the
Radiant
same time.
Dealing with NADCL right now.
Yeah.
Some things going on over there.
Always got it. Well, NA Dota's right here, right? We got NA Dota. You know, the face of NA Dota.
Yes, we
Nip,
do.
Peter Pan down, playing in EU.
It's still trying to absorb it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's Phantom Lancer. The 5th ban is what they settle with.
Not sure what they're really gonna pick here. You know,
10 seconds remaining.
Nips had some unorthodox
5
drafts
seconds
lately,
remaining.
so based on like a lot of their recent games.
Dire team pick.
Silencer.
Silencer.
Bringing a little bit of bringing him back in the meta, huh? Good lane secure. I mean, you have 2 supports that are generally pretty good at zoning and kind of helping your cores win the lane. A little bit extra team fight. So Marana's just capable of just
10
jumping in
seconds
more
remaining.
freely in the team fights and with the protection of global as well.
5 seconds remaining.
Speaking of the counter initiation, like we saw last game with Tide Hunter. Yeah, Silencer very good for that idea. Big calls for it. So now Alliance, their 3rd pick. Dealing with the Silencer, that does also force you to kind of maybe change your mindset on how you were planning to draft, if you already had an idea in mind. Of course, it really has to be cores from here on out. Already have the Air Spirit and the Wyvern support opening.
Ursa Warrior. Huh.
Boxy
interesting.
Ursa.
Boxy Ursa? It's not going to be Quakefa, huh?
No, yeah, usually would be Boxy.
Dire team pick.
Snap pick here. I mean, they don't really have much time left.
That's
Veno,
good.
I mean, Veno versus Ursa. It's like Ursa hates dealing with it because of the movement speed slow. You're going to have vision of him in the fight, and it's just going to be very hard to kind of move around. Even if he's able to get his rage off, you know, he's going to be slowed with all the plague wards. Veno's passive, and maybe Gale, maybe not, just depending if he wants to rage it off or
10
not.
seconds
Just depending
remaining.
on how that team fight kind of goes. So,
Oh, pure reaction to the Ursa
5
for sure.
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
have,
Very good against him.
Peter knows.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, Weaver's still there. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's
slipped through.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, he's able to get into like this Venomancer's face, but at the same time, it just really kind of comes down to like how the Silencer plays. You know, he's pretty good versus Weaver, but just really depends on this how these team fights go because they don't
10
they lack
seconds
stun
remaining.
and they kind of lack disable here. But if he's able to get his last word into global off, he'll be silenced for like 10
5
seconds.
seconds remaining.
That's quite a bit of time. And
It is.
want to use that time lapse? That'll be difficult to be effective with it. So
So it looks like PPD Ogre, a Soxka Silencer, Fada, Marana. I would say Ace is going to play the Veno.
Yeah, I was thinking George 33.
Or 33 can play it too. They can both play it. So
just you want it matched up against Ursa though.
I feel like they need another some sort of like melee core that has lockdown.
10 seconds remaining.
Like a CK. We saw last game.
Let's not do that again.
5 seconds remaining.
No, not CK. Ember, yeah. Ember does provide that of sorts.
I mean, yeah, but Nip does have the last pick here, so.
See the Arc Warden band coming out from NIP. Few of the Quikva Arc Warden.
Quikva specialty there.
Yeah. Lone Druid is still there. That's a hero that Quikva still plays as well.
Yeah, I need a Quikva hero.
Dire team.
So what, Mickey's playing the Weaver?
Radiant
I don't
team
know
pick.
actually. It's
That's a Mickey hero?
I don't know. Well, that's
That's a Quikva hero too.
I feel like it could be either or with the Weaver and the Alchemist.
I feel like, I mean, because I know these guys. I played with them before too. It just really depends on how they really feel like. From what my experience, that was about a year and a half, 2 years ago when I last played with them. But they kind of go down to like, they kind of discuss like whatever it may be and whoever's feeling
10
what.
seconds remaining.
They're versatile players. It's not like
course.
one's playing better than the other. It's just whatever mood they're playing for, Morphling. That's a good
You
pick,
may now
yeah.
select your heroes.
Sorry, I was going to say Morphling was probably the pick for Nip here. It's the general hero that does pretty well versus the Alchemist. Some decent spells to also steal this game with his morph from Alks. I guess he gets his gold passive too, but that's not really why you want to morph into an Alchemist. But you get a stun, acid spray, Weaver's bugs, and Sakuchi. You get his double hit too.
Weaver sounds fun.
Yeah, Weaver sounds really fun.
Weaver sounds
Ursa, no, we gotta think about Ursa too. Imagine like his overpower hits.
Yeah.
So
It's all three of those cores.
Yeah.
Good argument for all three of them.
I don't know if you steal Earth Spirit, man. It's a little, unless you know how to play Earth Spirit.
Yeah. Well, that's difficult. But Wyvern too, the Arctic Burn we've seen come into play, and Cold Embrace yourself if you need it. So there's argument for really all those heroes, more so 4 out of the 5. But yeah, point is it feels like a very good Morphling game.
Yeah, and it is the Quakeva Alchemist. So Mickey is playing the Weaver. Boxy Ursa.
Up. 3-3 on Veno.
I guess how they're thinking is Quakeva always has the highest farm priority for the most part. Mickey prioritizing a second, and obviously Boxy third.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I would say that's true, yeah. Here we go. Game 2. NIP up 1-0.
33 is playing the Veno.
How does PPD not have levels into Ogre Magi?
He doesn't.
Does he not have Dota Plus?
No, he doesn't have enough money for it.
Yeah, he's trying to save his money right now. Yeah. Being frugal.
Just in case his Dota career doesn't work out for him. He didn't win a TI or anything, so.
Win another TI, yeah.
Yeah, he needs
God
to win another
forbid.
TI. So then that's when he'll buy Dota Plus.
Okay.
Alongside the Gaben announcer.
He's made a deal with Gaben, yeah.
Yeah.
The Gaben announcer. Can't wait for that. Now, the odds really shifting in favor of NIP as we go into game number 2 now. Of course, already up 1-0. Looked pretty dominant in there in the first game, but again, we know that Alliance definitely can compete. It's just a matter of that draft. The first game was very well done by PPD.
So you're going to use multiple heroes to secure the 2 runes for Alchemist. I like this matchup already. Veno obviously wants to be matched up versus the Ursa because up until level 6, Ursa really can't do anything. This Veno should be able to pressure him fairly easily. Alliance is defeating
Catch Wyvern, yeah. Wyvern went a different direction. He gets Fire Blast open, and he was not expecting all these heroes all of a sudden. However, Fata, of course, going Arrow, doesn't have his leap. Going for the turn. Alchemist, no way he's getting Concoction at level 1. And Fata
I would have got it there, but that's why I'm casting and not playing, right?
Would that? I mean, that would be so. Especially with the bounty runes early, man. That would be losing out on. I don't even know first blood.
Well, they nerfed Grievel's gold.
True, they did. God, we're still fighting, man. Quakefuck gets the bounty rune. How about
He
this?
doesn't care about his team, man. I know Quake was thinking, and I like get me those bounties. Oh, look, I thought Alliance, the Earth Spirit was on the other side. But.
So what? It was 3 for. No, it was
2
2
kills
for 2.
3. Was it 3?
Oh, 3 for
Yeah.
Alliance. They got 3 bounty runes with the Alchemist. Yeah.
Alliance Quick was thinking right now, man, that was worth it, man. I don't care about your deaths.
Yeah, 2-0 start for NIP, but
I'm Alchemist. And Ace is just gonna right click him down though. Yeah, I mean this matchup 1v1 here is just because he has so much physical damage or such high base damage on he's able to zone out this Alchemist.
bottom lane, arrow comes out. It does connect on Taiga, but just trying to help out his teammate Ogre, getting some heavy pressure. This is going to be a back and forth brawl lane here at the bottom lane. You can feel it already.
So if Nip plays this top lane correctly, no one should really die. Just Saksa always kind of he wants to always just kind of linger around and just throw out his curse, and it's really hard for him to be out of position because Gale will always be followed up and they'll be super slow, and Ursa will be shouldn't be able to get in their faces. So I think it's very favored for Nip here.
You see Sox also blocking the pole camp with the sentry. It's up there. Tiger going back in the bottom lane. Fata was the one that opened first, but now Fata's the one in trouble. Auto attack. Geminate. Mickey gets the kill. Well, Geminate just simply an auto attack.
It's the only time they can really. They feel like obviously they can pressure. He's level 1. They know that he has an arrow. Picking up items here.
Quick, we're gonna get a couple last hits in there. I was looking at the CS. Morphin 9-3. Alchemist 4-1. Morphling is definitely having the better early on. Boxy top lane. Getting low as Fata dies again at the bottom meanwhile. So all three lanes, more so the top and the bottom, and a lot of action.
Yeah, it feels like Alliance is winning bottom lane. Both off lanes on both teams are kind of winning.
Yeah. Starting so far.
Yeah. You can see Boxy's trying to run into him, but one Gale, one Curse, and it's just
brutal, man.
It's worthless.
He is
He
so
actually might die.
slow.
No, he won't die. His Gale wore off.
Still, he's got very little regen. They don't have a salve between them. It's just tangos.
He has 4 CS on him as well.
There, but yeah, that's a brutal start for the Ursa. But as you pointed out, bottom lane Weaver, Mickey, he's having a fantastic time himself. How about that Morphling though, man? 15-8 now.
Yeah.
5-1. Alchemist Ace is dominating the
The
middle.
thing is, like when he uses his acid, he's able to deny every creep with this high base damage. 94 base damage here. Alchemist sitting only with 59. Double Wraithband picked up on Ace too.
Oh, wow. Is Koikfa, I was going to say, is he threatening to maybe even dying here? You have Aces going in. Not going to go for it, but he's happy bodying him.
Oh.
Boxy's running back to base because he has to. He has no choice.
I don't know how I feel. You know, I mean, Mickey's going to really have to carry quite a load on his back here.
Yeah.
After winning top or bottom lane. He's eventually going to, you know, once he gets his level 6 or something, he's going to look into a rotation on top and be able to snipe down this, because they have no stuns or no real lockdown, so he can chase down this Venomancer.
The problem with that idea, though, is Insania's dead top lane. Ursa comes back in, but by the time he's here, it's just way too late, and it's not like he's going to be able to do much anyways. He doesn't even have Earthshock. So
another kill here on bottom.
Chasing. Bottom lane, Peter Pan Dam, is he dead again? It looks like it. To be fair, it would be the first time. Stun on Weaver, not enough though. Fata's the one that's died a couple times already.
Nice attempt though. I like that Feta. He leaped back and they prepared for the Fire Blast into the arrow, but unfortunately Mickey's a little bit too tanky with this wand, Aquila, and Fairy Fire. 4 minutes in. Another kill on Ursa.
It's just does he jungle? Like he can't go to this top lane. I mean, the massive slow, the dots. Saksa will commit suicide there. It looks like.
Oh, that sucks. 25
neutrals,
seconds.
yeah. So this time he's back in the lane. But again, either way, that top lane is going well. But going back to that Weaver point, at least Weaver's having a good start. Yes, as I say that, Mickey's hitting low. Mickey's dead, so never mind. Well, he still is kind of, but Mirana goes down to response again. The problem with that, the idea though, is that he's not really that great against the Morphling on the other side. So it's like, yes, you're going to have a decently farmed Weaver potentially, but he's not the most threatening to the most farmed hero in the game.
They're already looking to lane swap. Boxy knows he's getting absolutely nothing on top lane. Venomancer is free farming.
Taiga dies here, actually.
Yeah, I was watching
arrow.
that.
Prize is mine.
Yeah.
5-minute bounty runes.
At the same time, now, I mean, I feel like this Ursa just doesn't have a lane this game. That's his issue here. It's because he's bottom lane, but now he's against Mirana with the Aquila and, of course, an Ogre Magi as well.
So Weaver, yeah, finding himself up top, at least trying to address what's going on, trying to open up some room for the
Dire's middle
Ursa.
tower is under attack.
So ideally it should be maybe a little better, but
Yeah, a little bit better. I think either that they do it at the very beginning, otherwise it's just they wait a little bit more, let Weaver get his levels, but at least Weaver's able to farm either lane that he kind of goes to. Nice rotation by Taiga, saving Quakefoot here in mid lane.
distracting though as Boxy goes down bottom lanes. There's so much for that. Just when you think he has a little bit of hope, things going well. But yeah, middle lane, that was Taiga actually missed the initial barrel roll. It's awkward timing there. Waveform from Morphling was going out, so. But either way, he does help distract to keep Alchemist alive. Alchemist going to head over to the shrine.
He's going to farm his stacks with the shrine here and then 2 extra creeps.
Sox at top lane. This is a much more action-packed game 2 than we had in the early game, and it continues apparently as Mickey goes down now.
Yeah, Insane, he's going to die too, actually. Oh, he's going to man fight. No, he has Fairy Fire.
Here comes the roll in. Taiga, Boulder Smash connects just barely, and down goes 3-3.
This is why they always ban this Earth Spirit by Taiga here. It's just great rotations all around. He's able to save mid, get all these kills bottom, rotate to top. Got another kill on the core.
Boxy did again bottom.
Yeah, like I was mentioning, it's just I don't know. I don't really know how Boxy's gonna have a game here. Just gonna leech EXP, get some levels. Just kind of hope for these cores to come back here. Quakefoot just obviously he just wants to farm on his Alchemist here. The tempo of this game is going to be decided by both the Earth Spirit and the Weaver, because these guys have very good games right now. They need their 6 on Earth Spirit. Weaver is being pressured now a little bit on top lane.
Yeah, he's done a couple times since he's come up here. So his farm isn't necessarily doing that great. And I look at the net worth now, and you know, not to be negative over here, but top 3 cores all belonging to NIP at this point when it comes to net worth. And now Ace is going in on Taiga. Taiga just pushes him away, but Ace is still chasing. So far.
Quakefoot put the wrong item. He would have abandoned Elven Skin, so he put it back on Courier to return it. He's going to sell it here.
Whoops.
Oops. How did that happen? To buy Gloves of Haste.
He has that finish. So we'll have Power Treads. Of course, the Radiance is next. Keep an eye on that timing. Do his best to recover. But NIP, a snowball start as a team. As I say, the top lane 3-3. They're going on the Moonlight Shadows. Comes out. Mickey wants to finish that kill. They don't really have vision, though, it looks like. And 3-3 will escape. Nobody dies in the end, but that's to the benefit of NIP because they're the ones that were gone. In fact, back to 3-3. Mickey, he just stuck around too long. He was not expecting them to still be there, apparently. And now he's dead.
The issue is just like, I think Boxy just needed to suck it up and just kind of stay top a little bit more because this Weaver was snowballing. They were exchanging so many kills on bottom, and now all of a sudden this Mirana is like the 2nd highest net worth in the game, and he has a free game now. Like, this guy was pressured. He had no game whatsoever.
Yeah.
He was pressured. He was constantly dying, and now, you know, 9 minutes in, he's sitting with the Treads and Aquila, like I said, 2nd highest net worth in the game. And this Weaver is just, he's not farming anymore. It's just, it feels like he's roaming, it looks like. It's just, I think the lane swap was bad because either way, like, Boxy, he wasn't going to get a lane on bottom anyways. Like, yeah, he may be level 6 now. He has his phase boots queued up or in his stash, but I don't know. I don't think it was worth sacking this Weaver. Now both heroes are just like, they have mediocre farm and they're both sacked. And also, like, this Alchemist had a losing lane already.
Yep.
You know, just, it's the nature of the matchup. It had nothing to do with, like, really player skill. It's just the nature of the matchup, how Morph just does generally pretty well versus Alchemist.
Yep, sometimes better to sack, but at the same time, Alliance, you know, thought they could make the exchange for the better. Obviously, his hindsight hasn't played out that way.
Global
and now,
first.
Earth Spirit trying to TP out. The Fire Blast stops. He's dead.
+2. Silencer with 10 intel now. Dang, he's stolen a lot from Ursa, Winter Wyvern, Weaver, and Earth Spirit. 2 each. I don't know who the last one went to.
Getting pretty smart over there on the Silencer already. Weaver.
And this is definitely not the position Alliance wants to be in. You know, Alchemist is 4th in net worth right now, 3,500 gold, while Morphling is almost at 5,000 here. Should become the other way around. But, you know, like I said, given the start, they just need to kind of slow down this game. to an extent for this Alchemist, or make some sort of space. You know, play the Weaver and Earth Spirit together to get these kills and alleviate some of the pain and pressure that Nip's applying onto them.
PPD, nice Splinter Blast from Insania, connects out the neutral creep. Chasing after, we've seen what happens several times though. Taiga, great boulder smash with the roll in on both. PPD's definitely dead, and so is Soxa. So it seemed like they might have had a chance to escape, but Ace is here to clean up, however. Insania, Cold Embrace delaying, Ace having to stick around. Mickey dying to the Arcade's Curse. Nice denial, at least from Taiga. As they do take out Insania on top of that, Taiga going the other direction. They're going to spot him with the Courier. That's an expensive Courier, by the way. And with a Dominator Javelin on it.
Yeah, they can't kill it, though. It needs like 4 hits.
Yeah, they know that. And they're just going to use it for vision and eventually run him down. He has a roll.
Oh, he's alive.
GP.
Taiga.
Oh, the Steel Ace trying to make the big play.
He's an Earth Spirit player then. Well,
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle tower
I
is
would have
under
rolled the
attack.
other way around, man.
Almost got him. Almost.
Yeah.
Good escape from Taiga at least. But again, the big picture, that was still very good for NIP.
You can see like this early game by Weaver or Mickey here. It's just unfortunate. Like he wasn't able to snowball like he wanted to, but the fact that he was able to go top, like, you know, Silencer and Weaver are at the same levels now, and you know, like this, they throw a curse on him. He can't constantly use the Sakuchi and
True.
Swarm anymore, and he's just gonna. You saw some of the fights. He's stacking up these curse with the Sakuchi and then the Swarm, and he has like a 15-second curse on him, and it's just like he's gonna die with overtime Poison Sting and the Gale as well.
Just lasts forever.
He doesn't have enough sustain in the fights right now
Dire's middle
because of
tower
it.
is under attack.
He's going Power Trest. How does he answer that? Does he? I mean, he can't just rush a first shot of BKB, can he? Oh, he's dead. Jeez. A heavy burst of the Adaptive Strike. Ursa, not surprised there, but he's just found in the trees nearby. Alchemist, he's almost got his Sacred Relic at least. Global Silence, though, as the fight continues. Magnetized put down. Fata is going to get caught trying to TP away, so decent kill going the way of Alliance.
That was close.
Spread out here. Taiga trying to TP out once again. He is successful. The
They're
curse on
wicked.
Ace. Just trying to run. We'll get him
Dire's
away.
structures are fortified.
So yeah, I guess back to the Weaver.
Dire's
Does he
top
go
tower
first out on
is under
BKB?
attack.
I'm afraid it's just like,
Dire's top
you
tower
know, Alliance's
is
cores are just really falling off here. Like I said, Mickey doesn't have a game. Boxy's just trying to farm his. I mean, he finished his phase boots at 13 minutes though. And Quakeva, this Alchemist, he still doesn't have a Sacred Relic. Yeah, he's
Dire's middle tower
150
is under
gold
attack.
away, but by the time, you know, there's always a timing for everything. And by the time he gets his Radiant, I feel like this Morph will still be able to control him in fights. Likewise with the Venomancer. And Maranas, I mean, he's closing up on Maelstrom. I mean, this game it's going to come down to how fast Alchemist is going to get his items now. From his Radiance to his Blink. Once he gets his Radiance and Blink, that's Alliance's timing to really be able to pressure Nip back. But then again, it's going to be pretty hard still because you need your Manta against Silencer as well. Because, you know, good positioning, you know, you get a good global off during his Kakashi. Then, Roshan here. They're doing Rosh. So they're denying this Rosh from Alliance as well. Just, you know, you always say they're denying because of Versa Warrior, of course. What is the helm?
3-3. Off lane, Veno. Dominator. Over Smasher as a result, so a nice little attack speed arrow to benefit from.
Hopefully
Both
Taiga
team.
pulls some miracle combo here with his magnetic grip into
Dire's
Boulder
middle
Smash.
tower is under attack.
Is going the Spirit Vessel. He's going to get here like Morphling. He can't dispel it, of course, but at the same time, he's already used that Morph. Fata is dead again. Yeah, Taiga sets that up with the Magnetize. Magnetize has proven to be a very powerful ability for Alliance this game. 3-3 gets a kill elsewhere on Boxy, as they were going on Ace as well, but he's too difficult.
Dang, Taiga Spirits.
Yeah, no,
Dire's middle tower
he's definitely the one reason why Alliance is almost kind of in this game still, you feel like, buying enough room
sure.
for
He's having.
Middle
I mean, he
tower
knows
has
he's having a
fallen.
very good game here. I mean, it's one of his best heroes for sure. I'd say top 3 heroes. I mean, this is my first time actually witnessing his Earth Spirit, but just watching him with his rotations, his movements, he always kind of knows when and where to be, like what place to be, and that's what's important, especially playing a 4 position like Earth Spirit. Top lane here, going on Ogre.
Going for that 15-minute bounty rune. It's going to cost PPD his life.
Did they get it? No, Mickey actually got
Mickey
it.
got it, yeah.
Yeah, of course you just want to deny as many bounty runes as you can, but 2
And
going
he's
to
gonna take
Nip's way,
theirs.
and 2 going for Alliance's way. Radiance is now picked up by Quakefa. So, I mean, they still don't entirely want to fight. I mean, they're kind of waiting for, like I said, his 12 and his blink, so they're able to, like, actually catch someone, rather than just, like, chasing them around. And they don't really want to set up with the Winter Curse, ideally, or essentially they want to use his Alchemist to blink in with his Chemical Rage to make him tankier, blink in and stun someone, and then eventually Nip is going to react to it, then you throw out the Winter's Curse, and the Winter's Curse will be followed up by like the Boulder Smash into the Magnetic Grip. That's the ideal scenario, of course.
Everything would need to come together for that. So the potential's there for Alliance still, despite being down 4,000 net worth and a really farm Morphling on the other side. Speaking of that, he went to Dragonlance, he's going to Yasha into Manta. Is the follow-up for Morphling, so no shotgun build here.
Yeah, I mean this Morphling is not tanky as you make him out to be. It's just like they have an Ursa Warrior and he is not opting for the Lincolns, so this Alchemist can focus him down and stun him. Like I said, likewise with this Ursa Spirit.
Taiga kicking away Boxy and then rolling at himself to get away from that fearsome Morphling.
At least he's not kicking him towards Nip, kicking him away.
He's a good Earth Spirit player. We've been over this.
Oh.
2-ton multicast.
Surprised
Global Silence. He got the Chemical Rage off. It doesn't matter.
I'm surprised it didn't dispel Fire Blast. I guess it doesn't work. It's everything else but stuns, probably. Yeah. Maybe not Fire Blast. But
it's a basic dispel.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to dispel mechanics, that's one of those really tough things to follow. Because like, what truly dispels?
Yeah, base is just running almost into the tier 4s as well. He's not scared.
Yeah, I mean, he has Aegis.
Oh, the stun missed.
Shift over. He's fine. He still has his morph.
So that was close. If that stun hit, he would have lost Aegis there. He was only lingering with like 800 HP.
Mickey, the arrow magnet. Boxy jumps in though. Going after Venomancer. Venomancer's beefy. He's got the Helm of the Dominator. He has a 4-snap even.
Alk is alive now, so Nip should be careful here. They got enough pressure. They did not. Glyph is down, so they're just going to back off and be happy with what happened there. I like the pickup from Ace as well. You don't see it too often, but he picked up the Morbid Mass just to have sustain. Because obviously if he didn't, he would have to go back and heal now. Yeah. But see, he just shifts down all the way down to agility, and just automatically he's just almost full HP already.
This casual Morbid, I feel like it has been kind of more of a trend on a hero like Morphling. It's like Ursa's the other hero that of course comes to mind, but maybe something like a Troll. But yeah, it's the same concept for all.
Well, for Ursa, I mean, it's just mostly because of Roche.
Yeah, that too. In this case, though,
sustain.
Oh, he took over Alchemist. Using him to farm a little bit. There you go. Some efficiency coming out. Over here, though, as mentioned, 3-3. He's just kiting. That's what he does against Boxy. Boxy will just TP back to base. Weaver trying to find an angle. Taiga's just trying to get the hell out of here.
He barely made it through. Vessel's actually almost picked up by Taiga as well to have some more control on this Morphling, but yeah, he won't have Manta yet. He still does have Aegis for 2 more minutes? 3 more minutes?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Oh yeah, 3 said that. 3 minutes, right? Okay.
So it's gonna be wearing off shortly here, but it's probably gonna. You would think that would maybe deter them from going to push again. That they're moving as if they are thinking about it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, there's the Aegis reclaim. Go now though. It's not gonna deter them. Curse to start it off.
Look at this combo here. Silent. Oh,
global. Talk about the global silence though, and now Alchemist gonna stun himself as a result. Even. And not gonna go that deep though.
He had to time use a magnetic grip like maybe a second and a half before the Winter's Curse wore off, but he was waiting until the perfect timing, and global. It's just about timing. It's just like reflexes there.
With the global silence though, it's as long as that's up, it feels like that's going to be impossible because we see a perfect example right there.
Well, that's why Quakefa actually needs his Manta to dispel that.
Okay.
And he doesn't even have his blink yet. It's a really rough game for him here. Yeah, he has 9,000 net worth, but most of his net worth is not even there. I mean, Morphling has been top of the net worth since minute 1 here, and I don't know. It's a really rough game for him, but they are actually. Are they attempting a smoke here?
Oh, they're just kind of running in more so.
I guess they didn't care because they know Global's down. They want to look into forcing, looking some sort of pressure here.
They're going to jump on Ace. Ace standing his ground as you'd expect. Here's on the backline, sitting on top of Fata. You see the Magnetize ticking down. Boxy, eventually that rage wears off though. Cold Embrace will keep him alive. So nobody dead just yet. Taiga might be the first over here. Never mind, it's going to be Ursa. And then Taiga falls shortly after. on the Earth Spirit. Alchemist wasn't even here in this fight either. He just went to the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is, like I said, I know how he's thinking too. I mean, in general, most Alchemist players never want to really fight. Their timing is like right now. I mean, they're picking up their bounty runes. He has his Blink Dagger now, so yeah, he can look into potentially getting some kills and looking to some sort of team fights because they need to alleviate, like I said, some of the pain, and they need to take some of these fights. All they need is really just one team fight to win one team fight, and Alchemist all of a sudden he's going to finish his Manta and snowball from there. That's just how the nature of the hero. But Nip is not applying so much pressure that they're not giving them a chance. They're not giving them this one team fight they need to come back here.
Yeah, they're just keeping it going. Weaver, he'll time lapse away.
This might be it though. Alk did just finish his Blink Dagger, and he's getting a big kill here on Mirana.
Yeah. Start. Ace is definitely that raid boss, though, which they might have caught. The silence is up. He is not dead. The shift strength kicks in at the last second, and he gets away. The curse is over here. Venomancer, tanky though. Splinter Blast does finish him. So Global Silence finally comes out. It was too late though. That shows you Alliance could definitely win some fights.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the Alliance just needs one. This was really good for them. They killed 2 cores here. As soon as Blink Dagger was finished. Oh, that doesn't.
Die back on Wyvern. Ported in Ursa, though. He's still pissed off. Wants to take on Peter Pan Dam, but it's going to be another death on Ursa. As now they're overextending. Oh, boy. Okay. Just when we were praising Alliance for that fight.
So as I was saying, Nip, Nip has this game in the bag here.
Whoopsie.
That Morph's attack speed is insane with Bloodlust.
Yeah.
He does have his Manta finish now, but wow, that was like so close by Ace there. He dropped down to almost like 100 HP. He was like 1 hit away. Unfortunately, like if he died there, actually, I think Alliance would have been able to make that comeback easily.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that he was able to survive and turn things around, you can see Alliance kind of overextended using 2 cores and a die back from Winter Wyvern. Quick reflexes there by Quickdraw.
Yeah, blinking out just in time. Pipe finished on 3-3, so this is just how he usually builds, it feels like, every game.
So the combo they want to do right now is basically they want to use Alchemist Stun, most likely on this Morphling, and then Ursa jumping in onto him as well, and they're able to burst him down on one of these cores. And the likeliness is, it should be Morphling because he's the highest net worth with the game. He does the most damage in the team fights, alongside obviously with Venom. But it'll be hard because they do have a Force Staff as well picked up. But because Morphlings are generally going to be sitting, like you can see now, 1000 HP. If they're able to get a stun on him, Ursa is going to be able to burst him in like 2 seconds. So.
He uses the time lapse, but PPD knew exactly what he was going to do. However, still can't finish the kill. Morphling, that's curse. Stops any chance there, but that's a curse on cooldown now. It's not the longest.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the thing is, they need to do these spells. They need to get their spells off and combo quickly because Global will be popped off.
Yep, seen that already before. Alchemist, that Manta style is just stressing pretty important. He's working towards it. This is already going to be the other Shrine kill, though, for NIP. And 23.5 minutes in. Your map control naturally just gets much less. Alliance, their vision is going to be worse.
You can tell they're actually going all in on this Alchemist here because Weaver is actually, he opted for the pipe. And he kind of needed it because there's no other items that he can do, and he's going for Lotus Orb next. And I'm sure Alchemist eventually will buy him an Axe just to keep him alive in the fights. Ursa's going to be the one doing the DPS. He needs his BKB, though, but I understand the Mom build as well.
Sania caught. Maybe. Poison Nova going to be used for this.
Ward there.
Okay, and then they kill him.
Dropped an ops there, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, they can still win these fights. I think up until Ace has his Lincolns, the team fights are still relatively easy. I mean, Alliance can still win team fights, but I think they don't really have a big answer once he does finish his Lincolns. But until then, this is still kind of their fight. They don't have a smoke, though, unfortunately.
Wyvern dead.
Yeah.
They lose a lot of their control. So NIP just going to push in. Mickey, he's got that pipe, but it's still not going to save him. Gets the physical. He does buy back immediately. Knowing that... Oh, he gets hit by an arrow as he's running in. It just continues to get worse and worse for him. All right, well, they will save the rack, so it's a hold for Alliance in that sense.
They'll be happy with that. Just because they forced the buyback, they got things low, and they know Alliance is not farming. They forced 5 hero back into their base, so right now they're just gonna back off, push, get these bounty ruins, push the lanes, and then reset and push the lanes in again, and probably attempt another push. Actually, Roshan is up too, so I'm pretty sure that's why they secured the bounty ruins, and I'm sure Peter's pasting the Roshan time.
Well, he's already got the ward here.
Yeah, he's securing Roshan Vision right now. Alliance going in for a deep smoke here.
Talk about a good kill. Aces that target. That's a good combo from Tech to start things up. There's the global silence, though. Immediate man style. So Ace, he takes over Weaver. He's like, thank you very much. I'll use you even better. Weaver himself falls. And NIP is turning. Boxy running away. Blinking 2. Not going to happen. The triple multi-cast. Boxy Popsy in a rage, just delaying what seems to be the inevitable, though. Double kill for Ace over here. It's Insania and Koikva both TPing away, but that should secure a Roshan if they want it.
Yeah, but the problem is they didn't have vision. The thing is they need full vision of this Morphling so they can get the stun off before his Morph. Okay. Because if he's getting his Morph off already, no matter what they get off, like if they use Vessel on him, he's going to be able to Manta that and get out. And they had, Nip had a high ground advantage.
Trying to make the big play, feeling pretty desperate perhaps. The arrow connects on a Wyvern, trying to help save his teammate. That's going to be the end of him. Taiga does make it out, Magnetized ticking, but again, this is easily a Rax kill in NIP. They're pinging in the tier 4 towers. No, they're going to go top. I don't think they're in a rush to finish this, so.
Because they're just going to take this and back off and go look into Roche. Global is
Alchemist
down.
Jumps in, they're going for the quick burst skull. Morphling, double force staff though, keeps him alive. He's able to turn. Alchemist in trouble now, just running away. They lose their Spirit, they lose the Ursa. Ursa has a buyback, but will it even matter at this point? Mickey just goes in the swarm. There is that buyback coming through. Again, it just can't all connect, unfortunately.
I'm afraid, like I think just Alliance really missed their timing. Like Lincoln's already going to be finished by Morphling here. They have 2 Force Staffs now, so you know the play that they tried to do, it's just they're a little bit too farm now. It's just like they had the correct idea, the correct play. I was telling you about, you know, Alchemist will blink in with the unstable concoction, Ursa Warrior jumping in onto him, but he has too much HP now. They have double Force Staffs, and you saw him. He got Force Staff. He was pretty low. He got down to 300 HP, but he got double Force Staffed, and because of that, the stun wears off, and he's able to get his Morph off.
Yeah, both 3-3 and Silencer, 3-3 and Soxa even have the Force Staff.
And now that he has his Lincolns, they can't make this play anymore. And I'm just afraid they're going to snowball, take this Roche. The only time, this is the best, if they can get a smoke here, which they don't have, do they? They have a smoke. If they're able to make it here on time, this is their only comeback mechanic.
Going, this is it maybe.
Nip is aware of it. They know they can't play this like Roshan. Like this is the.
Oh, Koikva's going in deep, but it's way too early. The global silence and Weavers as if he wasn't even there. Alchemist is dead. You mentioned Jimmy. I mean, this was the all-in play from Alliance, and it potentially could have worked, but I mean, Fox is getting low. They kill Koikva though, and it's NIP is definitely dominating this fight. But they just want to kill Fata. That's all they care about. They can't even do that.
GG
and
called
GGs are called. It's going to be a fairly quick series here of 2-0 in favor of NIP.
The idea is like, no matter how big your lead is, the biggest throw that you could do is 2 things: it's Roshan and a bad high ground push. And those are the 2 best comeback mechanics that you can really have in a game. And it's just like that play was needed. You're not going to wait for them to get an Aegis. You're not going to wait for them to get an Aegis and then push high ground, because it's, you know, you're already losing, and like you have more to win by doing some risky play than just playing it safe. And you need to go for these all-in plays. And unfortunately, things didn't really work out for them. They had a really rough laning start. They should have committed to this Weaver Earth Spirit lane to match up against this Mirana and Ogre. They were getting all these kills. They were exchanging these kills. Like I said, this Weaver was snowballing, but all of a sudden, it's like Boxy decides to TP bottom. I don't know. They probably had that kind of communication where, like, I need to lane bottom because I don't have a lane at all. But he TPs bottom. He still doesn't have a lane.
He dies, and then Weaver starts dying.
And then he dies. Weaver starts dying, and all of a sudden, Mirana snowballing. He's the second highest net worth in the game, and Alchemist is already having a like he was forced to jungle because he couldn't lane versus Morphling at all.
Yeah.
And for that, it's just, in Dota, you need to win at least one of your lane, and I think they lost all 3 lanes, and you know, the comeback mechanic is just way too difficult there. Alchemist missed his timing. You know, he farmed like a 22 minute Radiance into Blink. It's just, I don't know, it's unfortunate for them. So
yeah, sometimes you just gotta be willing to make that sacrifice, and you know, I'm sure it was a team call in the end, but making that swap obviously backfires. You're getting at, and ultimately though, Ace on that Morphling too, fantastic performance from him. And NIP, deservingly so. They're going to the finals here in the GG.Bet Invitational. Part of me almost thinks that Alliance is like, really, we had to play NIP in the first round here.
Well, you definitely got to give credit to PPD though. I mean, his drafts,
absolutely.
both games, I think just flawless. They were counter picks. His laning, I mean, it's everything about his picks.
They were very different games too. It's not like we had similar drafts like we have in a lot of series. Yeah, both games were very different with the drafts. But both, yeah, you could definitely lean towards, of course, him out drafting as well. So going to the finals, they're going to await the eventual winner. They'll be playing tomorrow, but we need to figure out a couple things before then, including our next series that'll be taking place from Group B, the deciding match. That's Hippomaniacs. I always have to think about that one. Hippomaniacs, the open qualifier team that's proven to actually be a pretty solid team. They're taking on Fairzy, or a team formerly known as Fairzy, now known as GG.Bet Esports.
Gotta get that right. Their sponsor
picked up that sponsor, yeah. GG.Bet Esports. God, I just looked down 0-10 and 0 or something. Oh, that's brutal. Anyways,
so winner of that. So winner of Gambit and
Hippomaniacs will play Lithium tomorrow in the playoffs, and then the winner of that will play
against NAP
in
against NA Dota's captain.
That's it. That's how it works. All right, the GG.Bet Invitational. We'll continue coverage here with that next series, Hippomaniacs versus GG.Bet Esports. Soon, I'll get confirmation here. I believe it's we might be waiting till the default time. What time is it right now? It's almost 9 here, so
9 a.m.
might have an hour break. I'll let you guys know for sure. Either way, get confirmation on what's going on. But that's the plan. So myself, BreakyCPK, joined by DeMoN here. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back just a little bit with GG.Bet Esports versus Hippomaniacs. Stay tuned.